There's a model on the internet right now, and nobody knows where it came from. It's called Ox Alpha. No company, no announcement, and no model card. It showed up on OpenRouter a couple days ago, and it's free for exactly 1 week, which is either a stress test or a very confident soft launch. So I gave it my own brand. This is my style guide: 10 rules, 4 colors, 2 typefaces, and a list of things I never do. I turned it into one prompt and gave the identical prompt to 4 models: the free one on my own machine, one that I pay $20 a month for, the one that helped me write the style guide in the first place, and the mysterious one. One shot each, no second tries. Whatever came out is what you're seeing. One of them broke my rules on purpose and then wrote me an argument about why, and it isn't the one you'd guess. Now, the task for our contestants. First up, GPT Oz rhymes with boss, and honestly, not bad. The red bars are there, the stamp is tilted, and it's the best thing on the page. No rounded corners, no gradients, no shadows. It cleared the whole never to do list, but the hero is empty, and it stays empty. The headline is supposed to assemble letters by letter as you scroll. It wrote the code for it, but the reveal only starts after 850 pixels of scrolling, and the entire page is only 380 pixels tall. The headline can never appear, not slowly, not eventually. There is no scroll position on this page where those letters exist. And for what it's worth, the headline is hiding a vapor. It split a vapor into letters and lost the space. Claude is up next and had an unfair advantage. I work with Claude every day, so it knows my house design because it helped design it. So it should know the house better than the house does. The headline fills in as you scroll. It never phones home. And I like that more than I expected to, because it makes you actually read it. You can't skim a sentence that's arriving. The spec table is very glass box: thinking, voice, hearing, memory, and then network, none. And that's my feature, local first. And this idea is a nice touch. A panel counting outbound network requests. It stays 0. Next to it, the calls a cloud version would be making, crossed out one at a time, stating not sent. The grid gives you relief on the way down, so it isn't just scroll, scroll, scroll. Though, once you notice the animations alternate, you can feel the pattern coming. To note, Claude looked at his own work and found 2 bugs and fixed them before handing it over. Everybody else got one shot, so keep that in mind. Next up, ChatGPT Soul 5.6, the boldest of the 4, immediately. And I had the strangest reaction to this one. That red stays is so heavy, and it's low and to the left, that my eyes keep getting dragged back into it. There's a diamond on the right side of the page, which is a nice bit of geometry, and it's the only one that gave Vapor her shape, and I have to pull my eyes over to look at it because it feels like the page is leaning. Your machine, your memory, your rules are just broken. The headline doesn't reflow when you resize. The E and the Y sit on their own line and stay there. And this, your is white, rules is red, except for the R. So the first thing your eye read is your ools. Then the grid arrives and my eyes finally get a break. This section is good. Local model, vapor core, optional network, tool bus. Those are real ideas about how the things work. Though there are 3 lines in here that I can't figure out. They look like ramps. They don't do anything. And one box scrolls at a different speed from the others for no reason I can find. And then this. It's the only one of the 4 that changed the background color, and it's loud, and I can't really read it, but it looks cool. Now here's the thing I said at the start. I said no gradients. GPT Soul used 7, and underneath them it left this. 2 background image rules above are flat grid rules only. No visual gradient is used as a decorative color transition. It knew the rule. It decided its use didn't break the spirit of the rule. And then it wrote an argument about it in a comment in a file that I had no reason to think I'd ever open. Every other model either followed the rule or broke it. This one negotiated. Now the Contender. It starts with circles like a shooting target, crosshairs, two squares making a star shape, and I don't know what it's for. ChatGPT did a bullseye too, so that's the second thing they both reached for without being asked. Their pages got bullseyes. But then the biggest single moment of the four, the word assembles, and then the stats pull up underneath it. That's just good. The ticker along the bottom is a great idea, and it's colliding with its own section label. A real bug, but a small one. The manifesto lights up as you scroll. Intelligence used to mean somebody else's server. Prompts stay in RAM. Answers leave nothing behind. Pull the Ethernet cable, it will not notice. Nobody asked it to write that. The timeline down here is genuinely clever. The numbered boxes fill as you scroll through them. But by the time I got here, I'd already read the manifesto list, a capabilities list, a pipeline list, and now a spec list. All four are well made, but it's still four lists. It found one good move and used it everywhere. The install section uses the house red better than anyone. And then the footer. There's type, rules, radius 0 everywhere. My own spec, printed back at me as a design element. Nobody asked for that either. It's the most impressive thing anything did today. It also decided I'm based in Portland, Oregon, with coordinates, real ones, for downtown Portland, where I've never lived, but visited. Nice place. It knew nothing about where I am, so it filled the gap with the most likely answer for the vibe and committed completely. And then, in the fine print, I told it Vapor was made up. It decided I must be made up too. I'm not made up. I promise I'm real. But it built a beautiful page for my brand and then quietly disclaimed my existence at the bottom of it. One more thing, that outline vapor at the bottom is pretty sweet, and there's a little registered trademark next to it. If that had been the period in vapor, that would have been perfect. It got so close. So a model with no name, no lab, and no price tag against two AI giants. And honestly, it held its own. Not held its own for a free model, held its own. It followed my rules more exactly than anything else did. It wrote the best copy, and it printed my own spec back at me in the footer as a design element. If I'd been told which page came from which model, I would have guessed wrong. That's the whole thing I wanted to know. The hype is real, at least for this. Give it a spec and ask it to build a web page, and it is right there with the frontier models. What I'd actually keep, though, is one thing from each of them. Ox Alpha's writing, ChatGPT's boldness, it's the only one that changed the background color, and it's the only one that argued with me. Claude's zero request panel, and nothing from the local one. Sorry, GPT Oz. Mash all three together and it'd be perfect. No model handed me a finished page. Four models handed me four good ideas and a couple of bugs each. Ox Alpha is free for about a week after its launch. After that, it presumably gets a name, a price, and a company willing to claim it. And this exact comparison stops being possible to run for nothing. See you in the next one.